I'm Grayson.
I'm Neil.
Welcome to Grayson versus Neil.
Today we're going to be talking military spending. And first of all, just before I begin, I'd like to thank all the veterans and servicemen and women who have gone out there and served our country and given their lives. There is probably no greater sacrifice for America than doing that. So thank you again. Cubs, let me take you back to 1944. My great-uncle George fought in Okinawa back then, also in other battles in Operation Island Hopping. He sustained back injuries against the Japanese, and he's been suffering from them ever since. Now, my Uncle George gave his life to this country and has been suffering ever since, and he does not regret that, and I thank him for it. However, he also grew up in the Great Depression, and military spending becomes a problem when we are not able to properly invest in education and federal job training programs. Donald Trump recently wanted to increase spending on the military by $54 billion. Meanwhile, he's cutting education funding by $11 billion. Look, we're not going to make this country better by spending more on defense. We already have the greatest military in the world. What we need to do is cut back a moderate amount from defense and invest in education, invest in jobs, because we make our country better by making it better at home.
Neil, how old are you? How old are you?
I am 18 years old.
So am I. You want to know what that means, boys?
We have to register for selective services.
We have to register for the draft. And so, if you're in the draft, that means you're going to, what looks like the next one could be North Korea if Rocket Man doesn't calm down. But, let's continue. Don't you want the absolute best protecting you? Don't you want the military to say, I spent everything I could to save your life? Or do you want a shabby gun, a shabby helmet, and shabby gear? Guys, we have to spend on the military because otherwise it could literally be our
See, here's the thing. I'm not saying don't spend on the military. That's not what I'm saying at all. See,
wait, you just said cut.
People on this side of the aisle.
Why are you saying
I'm
cut,
saying
cut,
reduce,
cut,
not eliminate. See, here's the thing. People on this side of the aisle think that the greatness of the military is because of how much we spend on it. I believe that the greatness of the military is determined by the brave men and women who give their lives every single day for this country. It doesn't matter whether we spend $5 billion or $7 billion. It matters whether we have patriots in the military. As long as we have patriots in the military, then nobody, and I mean nobody, can stop the U.S. of A. I believe in this country. I believe
Do you want these
they will not die. We
We
spend more on defense than the next 7 nations combined. We are by far the best military in the world. They will not die by spending $10 billion less on military and investing that back in education. They will not die. They will not die because of that. See, he cares more about buying missiles and buying more guns than investing in our children. He believes that we should have more missiles, more guns, more. How about we invest in healthcare then? How about we invest in education? That saves lives. We're not going to be saving more lives by buying more missiles, buying more artillery. We're going to be saving lives by investing here in the United States of America. The military will always be able to defend us. The military will always be able, no matter what we say, because we have brave servicemen and women who are giving their lives to this country. We need to invest here and now. It is not investing a healthy amount in the military and investing enough in education and healthcare are not mutually exclusive. You can slightly reduce the amount of spending on the military, invest that in education, and the military will still be able to defend our country. We have the greatest military in the world. The amount that we spend on that will not matter. What matters is the fact that we have patriots in the military. We have people who are willing to give their lives for this country. That's what matters. And if we invest in education and we invest in healthcare, we will make our country better here at home while still being able to defend ourselves. That's what I believe. That's what I'm sticking to. America's the best country in the world, and we have the best military. That will never change.
Cubs, I agree. Neil has the best. We do have the best military in the world by far. But ask yourself this question. If it was you going to serve, would you want the best technology?
See, we can spend less in the military and still have the best technology. The amount that we spend on the military, what matters is whether you are a patriot or not. And if you are a patriot, then we will have enough to defend America. If you are a patriot, then you are good.
for the military.
How about you vote for education if you want to vote for life? How about you vote for health care if you want to vote for life?
Okay.
All you care about is defense spending. That's all you care about.
Okay. We have ran out of time, unfortunately, but this conversation can go on Twitter. Who do you think is right? Should we be spending more on the military or less on the military?
How about education?
At UDJ Cub Broadcast on Twitter, there will be a poll right after this episode.
All right, guys, I'm Grayson.
I'm Neil.
And this has been Neil vs. Grayson. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Have a good day.